Hi, everyone. My name's Bert Langell. I've taught hundreds of IT and business people how to really perform in English meetings, making small talk, doing presentations, and just being good at English. In this video, I'm going to give you the most common, best idioms to express your ideas and impress people with your business English. Let's get started. Idioms are going to let you be really clear in expressing a complex idea. Your people who are watching and listening to you are going to be really impressed with your English. This is probably the finishing point for most people's English. This is where you really polish your English. This is what differentiates you from being that intermediate English speaker to a more advanced English speaker with business English. This will help your career. There are other things you need to know. I'm not saying this is the single thing, but this is important. A tip is don't try to learn all these 20 idioms at one time. You can go through them so you're aware of them. And if somebody says them or uses them, you're going to understand them. But what I'd like to see is for you to learn one or two each day. And over the next few days, try to use them in the appropriate situation. Now I'm going to go through and I'll give you the idioms and they'll be on the screen for you to see also. Visuals so important. Give you the meaning and we'll talk about a sentence we could use them with. So let's get started. Have some fun. And by the way, not only have I been teaching for the last 4 years with IT and business people, I was in business for almost 35 years. Sort of shows you how old I am. And high level positions, worked with many people in different countries throughout the world. So I understand global business, IT business, and I specialized in insurance for engineering and architectural firms. So I taught, I did workshops, I met with the owners, helped them with their business. Business is communication. Let's get started. The ball's in your court. Like I said, I want you to do these every day and get good at them. So it means it's up to you to make the next decision or take steps. So it's your responsibility. John, I've done as much as I can, and I want you to take over the project. The ball's in your court now. Back to the drawing board, meaning time to start over or rethink the strategy. Juan, we've run into a real bug here, and I believe we have to go back to the drawing board. So let's start over. We could also say, let's go back to square one. Means the same thing. Start over. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Means don't concentrate all your resources or efforts in one area. Diversify. In business, we need to spread the risk and not, it's good to take a risk sometimes, but don't bet the farm on it. Means don't bet the company on it. Guys, I really like the project. However, the resources that are required would put our company at risk. And I don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. So go back to the drawing board and see if you can refine this so there's not as much risk involved, or just take a portion of the project that we can manage with the resources we have. Read between the lines. What's not being said? Look for the underlying meaning or understand what's not explicitly stated. Well, folks, by reading between the lines, I really think there's something that's not being communicated here. Can you study this a little more and try to get a sense of what the other parties are meaning by when they made that statement? The bottom line. What is the bottom line? The main point or crucial factor, often referring to net profit or loss. So we often do it beyond just net profit and loss. We're having a meeting and there's a lot of talk. We're going in a lot of directions. And then somebody says, come on, people, what's the bottom line? What's the real point here? What's going to move the needle? What's going to make a difference? Get the ball rolling. Means to start the project or initiate an action. We also say keep the ball rolling. We need to keep the ball rolling. So get started. So we've done enough talking and planning and thinking about what we're going to do with this project. And now it's time to start coding and put it together. We have a plan. Let's put it together. Let's get the ball rolling, folks. Touch base. I'm sure you've heard this many times. To check in or briefly update someone. So, John, can we touch base on this next week? I know there's some work to be done before we meet again. Are we on the same page, everyone? Does everyone understand this and agrees to a particular situation or topic? Carlos, are we on the same page with this? Do we agree? Think outside the box. This is a cliche. I think it's probably been used too often. People are going to roll their eyes if you say it, but it does mean let's get innovative. Let's come up with some new ideas. To think creatively, consider non-traditional ideas. Team, let's think out of the box. We can't just do the same old all the time. Low hanging fruit. Now, maybe we only have so many resources and we have to go after the easiest marketing targets. So the easy tasks are targets that can be achieved with minimal effort. So everyone, we only have X amount of money for advertising. And to get this new market activated, we really have to identify the low hanging fruit, those easiest accounts to get. Hit the ground running. It means to start a project or job and proceed at a very fast pace with enthusiasm. Sometimes we use it when we interview somebody and we say, somebody on our team has left and we really need somebody that knows this kind of project, knows the software, and can join the team and hit the ground running. At the end of the day, kind of means what it says, ultimately when everything is taken into consideration. So where are we at the end of the day, team? We've looked at this, we've studied it. Where are we with? Up in the air, uncertain, undecided. We also say sitting on the fence. I don't know which way I'm going. So maybe we're talking about a client and we say XYZ company is still on the fence. They're still up in the air. They're undecided. Throw in the towel. We've spent so much time and money on this feature and we just can't make it work. I'm going to throw in the towel, to give up or concede defeat. Now, in business, we all want to be positive. We all want to be enthusiastic. We all want to never give up. But sometimes you need to cut your losses and move on. And that's a very difficult thing for business people. I think it's a real differentiator. Play hardball. To be tough or ruthless, especially in business negotiations. Now, team, I really think the other side will accept that point that's essential for us making a good merger, producing a good merger. So I want you to play hardball on that. You can concede something else, but we really need to have this item in our contract. Move the needle, meaning to make a noticeable difference or bring about a significant change. How will you move the needle? So if we introduce AI to this project, I believe we can really move the needle, get some traction on it, make a difference. Pulling the strings means the person who is secretly in control or making decisions. Well, Joel, I know you've done a lot of work and you've been talking to Mr. Smith at XYZ company a lot, but he's just not making a decision. I really believe that he is not the person who has the authority to make the decisions. He's not pulling the strings. You need to find out who it is. Is it the COO or is it the CEO? See eye to eye. Carlos, do you see eye to eye with that client, meaning to agree on something Do they or have the same opinion? Do we see eye to eye with them? Face the music, meaning accept the consequences of one's actions. So, Juan, you need to face the music. You haven't been making enough contacts. I don't know what's going on, but if you maintain doing this, you're not going to make your quota. You need to face the music on this. Take responsibility. Bite the bullet to bravely face a difficult or unpleasant situation. Team, we need to bite the bullet. We need to decide what is important to this client, and we then need to go out and do it to get that account. So remember, use idioms, and this can really enhance your conversations. Make them colorful and memorable, and people are going to notice. Don't just go and try and memorize all these at one time. I want you to find the ones you can use right away and incorporate them into your language. Practice them, make up sentences, think about it, see yourself doing it, record yourself saying these sentences, listen to yourself. Are you using it correctly? Message me if you have any issues with it. I'm always available. So my name is Burton Langell. I'm a business English communications coach. I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of students to help them be more successful, earn more money, progress in their careers, and just generally be happier and more confident with their English. So I hope you'll connect with me, make comments, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.